Thank you for joining me today in this demonstration of Lazy Trader 2.5. This is actually a bonus expert advisor that we are including with our Patreon member page at patreon.com. Just simply search for Forex Trading MQL at patreon.com to find us there. And as a member, it's only $20 a month. You'll be able to download expert advisors on a monthly basis. We have dozens of expert advisors that we're going to be releasing. We have many of them already available right now, and this is one of them. This is one bonus expert advisor called Lazy Trader 2.5. And we're just going to get right into this and explain how this works. We have an SMA 100 right here in this green line. It's kind of hard to see here. And if we have two pairs of symbols. We have Euro USD and we have British Pound USD. If the Euro USD is 25 bars under the SMA 100, and if the British Pound USD is 25 candles above the SMA 100, we're going to open a trade. And we're going to open it only on the first symbol, which is the Euro USD. And we're going to open it in the direction of the mean reversion of the SMA 100. Or you might even say that since it's a correlating pair, Euro USD and British Pound USD are very heavily correlated, we're actually trading in the direction of the correlation, since the British Pound is now at quite a distance away, being on the other side of the moving average. That's the logic behind this, is to trade in the direction of the correlation of the Euro USD going back to snap back into relation with British Pound USD. So let's take a look at the settings of how this works. We'll let that run for a little while here. Okay, let's take a look at what these settings look like. As you can see, there's just two settings that you're going to need to mess around with on here to work with the default settings that we have. For Euro USD and British Pound USD, you got to make sure there's a comma between the two in this setting here where it says correlated symbol sets to trade, right? It says minimum 2, maximum 6. You literally can trade up to 6 symbols with this expert advisor. Our default settings are only going to trade, we're only going to actually trade one symbol. That will be this first symbol, Euro USD. As you can see in our settings, we have that set to trade only the first symbol. And also, right here, you're going to make sure that invert logic is set to true when we're using Euro USD, British Pound USD. Now, we do have another setting that we are allowing you to trade with, or encouraging you to trade with, and that is this one right here, is the Australian USD, British Pound USD. And you got to make sure there's a comma between the two if you change it to this. Now, invert logic on this one is actually false. So we're going to be trading in the opposite direction of the mean. So actually it's kind of like in a trending situation. So the Australian pound is going to be trending either up or down and away from the British pound when it's 25 bars on either side of the SMA moving average, right? And so there's a lot of other settings here you don't have to mess around with. I mean, I've already experimented with this expert. As you can see here, choose symbol to trade with is symbol 1 only. You can trade both symbols at the same time, and when it reaches the equity points profit, we have 500 points. You can adjust that to scalp at 50 points or 100 points, which is 200 points is equivalent to 10 pips. I did have those settings experimented with. I've just settled on this one. Hope this helps everybody. Let's take a look at a few other things here. I have made a test on this. If we look at the test for the default settings, the one that we're running right now with Euro USD, British Pound USD, this test made about 10.8% per year. I know that doesn't sound a lot, but keep in mind, we are running multiple expert advisors. We're only looking for 50% a year. If we could get 50% a year, we're doing well. So you really only need 5 successful setups running simultaneously, making 10% a year each to get 50%. It makes it extremely easy to achieve. Now, we're probably going to be making well over 50% a year. We're probably going to make about 100% or more. But like I said before, and I'm going to keep on repeating it, don't go for 100, 200, 300% a year. Go for 50%. Target 50%, and if you make 100%, you're doing well, right? That's how you're going to force yourself not to trade too much. Trading less will make you more money. Trading more will just cause you to blow out your entire account and have to start over again, over and over and over again. Trust me, I've done this for over 10 years. I think the first 8 years of trading, I wanted to make 300, 400, 500% a year, and I just kept failing over and over and over again. When I finally settled on 50% or 100% tops, then I started to get successful and started to understand how this works if you just don't bite off more than you can chew. As you can see here, this started out with $1,000 balance. We tested it for 7 years. $760 in 7 years doesn't sound like a whole lot of money, but like I said, we're trading multiple systems, making much more than this per year, as you could see in some of our other YouTube videos. So this is just an addition to multiple experts trading on one account. Okay, understand that. This one here also had a 23 max drawdown. You know that could sound a lot, especially if you had a multiple pairs all having the drawdown at the same time. As you can see, it doesn't happen very often. It happened just 2 or 3 times here. This is probably where it happened way back in 2019. It looks like it was happening back right around August of 2019. Then you had COVID here in 2020. We had a short spike. It only spiked down for a very brief time. As you could see here, it was a very brief time and it snapped back. Then we had something over here in the Ukraine-Russian war. Through major economic events, we had 23% drawdown on this one, right? 23% drawdown. The Australian US dollar account made 9.6% profit per year. So if you combine both of these experts together, both of these settings together, run them on Euro USD, run them on Australian USD with the settings that we suggested here, the Australian US dollar, British pound US dollar set to false on one, attach it to Australian USD, and the other one you attach it to Euro USD and have the settings as the default, because this is the actual true default right here. You don't have to do anything, just click reset on your settings, run that, and if you run both of them, you're going to end up making about 20% a year just on this one system alone. 20% a year. You don't even have to run any other expert advisors and you'll make around 20% a year. Obviously, that depends on how the markets behave in the future. This is based on 7 years of backtesting. Keep in mind, we can't guarantee anything. All we can do is go by what we've seen in the past and project it into the future. But it's no guarantee that you're going to make exactly that going on to the future. There's no way to guarantee that. But we found that this is a really good way to predict the markets into the future. It's not perfect, but it is as close to perfect as we can get, right? And as you could see here, this was the graph for the Euro USD, and this is the graph for Australian USD and British USD, British pound USD. Okay, what else do I want to show you here today? I think there was something else. Yes, our live accounts, right? We are trading these live, right? This is the MyFXBook page. Our live accounts are doing very well. As you could see here, we've made 98% gains. But remember, if you look back, we had a really slow start in 2024. We weren't really trading the systems as aggressively as we are in 2025. So I was just messing around a little bit that year with a few experts trading on really small accounts, and didn't really get serious with it until this year when we started the Patreon here in February. As you can see, we made 22% on the first account. We're running 2 different accounts now. Forex Trading MQL is our Forex.com non-hedging account, which is running a whole bunch of expert advisors. And this one made 22% in February. It made 25% in March. Now, obviously, we didn't make as much this month in April. We had a really chaotic month this month, right? If you notice, the markets went crazy with the tariffs and all that. So this month we made 10%, which is phenomenal, because like I said, we're only looking for 50% for the year, and we've already made over 50% for 2025. As you can see, already over 50%. So technically speaking, if we want to pull back and just take it easy and just take moderate, relaxed profits throughout the year, and not start jacking up our lot sizes and just letting it get boring, because boring is good in trading, we'll be fine by the end of the year. If we want to start getting too anxious to make more money, that's where things start to get dangerous. We start jacking up our lot sizes and saying, okay, we're doing so good, let's keep on risking more and more and more, and that's what's going to cause you to fail in Forex. It's going to happen. You will fail if you try to get too anxious with this trading. Just let it go. Slow and steady wins the race. Now, obviously, we made this over 50% in 2 months, mostly because we had a small account. We started out at $200, and we just kept on adding funds. This is true profits, though, based on whatever the balance was at the moment. So we had some really good trades taking place those months on our account when it was small. Now we have, as you can see, we have over $1,400 in our account right now, and we're probably going to cool off on putting money in there just yet, because we have another account that we're going to start adding more expert advisors to, because this one here is limited. I can only trade so many symbols on this because it's a FIFO, has FIFO ruling in the US, so I can't really trade that much with it. So we have partnered with somebody that has an IC Markets account in another part of the world, and we're going to demonstrate our experts on that account. As you can see over here, it's called Forex Trading MQL Hedging. As you can see on this one, we just started it, and as you can see, it's doing phenomenally well. In just April, it's already at 14.54% just this month, and we just started it this month. It's April 25th right now. As you can see, we did have a 15% maximum drawdown. April 7th is where we had actually 11.68, but we have had a maximum of 14.53% drawdown. And we look at the profits, we did really well, really well. I think we're at $81 profit, and we just added a couple $100 more to this, and this has started out around $400 or $500, and then we just kept on adding more money to it so that we can increase what we are trading with. Let me show you our live accounts really quick here. So we use Contabo VPS, right? And let's take a look here at our live trading accounts and see how we did, right? Take a quick look. So this is our Forex.com account right here. As you can see right now, we only have $30 drawdown, which is nothing. Let's see what kind of trades closed over the past few days here. As you can see here, this is trading. This is the 25th. This is the 24th. We closed a few trades here, tricks and Bollinger Band Madness. We are we haven't done a whole lot of closes over the past week, it looks like. I'm just going to put here last week and see what happened. this is what traded, this is what closed in the past week. Not bad at all, right? And then we are going to look at what has this made since the beginning of March, right? Let's just put it back to beginning of March, like March 1st, and that would give us almost 2 months here. And we are looking at, here we go. This is what all the trades that closed over the past month. As you can see, $200, right? Very good, excellent. As you can see on this account, we are trading all of these experts here. Let me open this up here so you can see it. We're trading, as you can see, Love Pips, Tricks EA, Mean Reversion Monster, Bollinger Band Madness, and Trend Crusher. We were trading Blazing Night Scalper and Midnight Blitz, but because of FIFO rules and hedging, hedging restrictions, we actually moved those over to our other account here, the hedging IC Markets account, as you can see here. And we have a balance of over $1,000 on it right now. And as you can see, we have time frame shocker on here, and we also are running 3 terminals on one account. Just so you know, that's how I do it. I run 3 terminals on one account, and I run different experts on each one of these. As you can see, Euro USD here, M5 time frame, Midnight Blitz, and we're also running Blazing Night Scalper as well. As you can see, they're doing quite well, and we just started them again on here over the past couple days here, closing profits every day. And as you can see, there's only 1 trade open right now in drawdown. We're also running RSI Hedge Master on this terminal. A whole bunch of symbols are running on there. It doesn't trade very frequently, so we're running a lot of different symbols on that. We have a complete list of the symbols that we trade with. And here's time frame shocker as well, trading all of these symbols, trading 5 different symbols on that. We're a little aggressive on this because I don't have hedging rules, I don't have FIFO rules, and I don't have the I have the leverage, much more leverage here than Forex.com. So we can be a little bit more aggressive on this account. So you're probably going to see that this account makes more money than the Forex.com because I just don't have the leverage and the restrictions that I do on Forex.com with IC Markets. Something to keep in mind. And most of our Patreons are probably going to be international. So you'll probably have access to IC Markets and other accounts that don't have these rules that we have in the US. So you'll have more flexibility and power to be able to trade with. Okay. So hope this video helps everyone. Happy trading, everyone.